Good morning. Today we're going to be working on a 2002 Road King. What I would like to do is service or replace the rear brake pads. With that, we'll remove the bags, we'll get the bike in the air, we'll remove the master cylinder cover, and proceed to remove the rear pads. Okay, now we have her up in the air. I'm going to remove the rear saddlebag. And as you see, I have her on the Alarin jack. It's a great jack. I will have it in the description below. So if you guys are interested, you can check it out there. Rear bag is removed. Now let's get up close and get her done. All right, we're going to remove this side cover. Put down your foot pegs. You don't want to damage nothing. All right, the first thing we want to do is remove the cover on the master. And this is to relieve any pressure. Should be easy to remove. If not, somebody got to it. See what this fluid looks like, if it has to be replaced. As you can see, the fluid looks fine. With that, I'm going to put the cap on just to protect it so nothing could get in there. But I'm not going to screw it down. Remember, you need on this bike, it'll be a good thing to look and see what fluid you need. This says .5. Make sure you have some .5 around. I'm going to just place this on here so nothing. So what I want to do is to remove these two pins. Now you will need a 12-point, 1/4-inch drive, 1/4-inch socket. It will look like this. That is 12-point. That's what you need. Anything else, we'll probably strip it. All right, what I want to do is to remove these 1/4-inch 12-point. Takes a little bit. I had a viewer ask about this, so I said, let me do a video. Because I know these are a pain. In the newer versions, this will not be one piece. To remove this, the axle has to come out and all that stuff. It's a lot. They say in the book, you put your pads and slide them right in. These have spring tension on them that hold the pads in place. All right, that one's free. All right, that one's free. Now with that, I want to compress the pistons in this caliper, and that's why we took the cover off the master. Take your time. The inside one is going to be the problem. But take your time. Get a little screwdriver, you see what I'm doing. Let's get it back there. Just you see, I'm going in there and just getting the tip and just turning it. Be gentle. I want to try to collapse these pistons all the way. With that, let's pull these pins out halfway. Now that should free up, and we'll call that the inside pad. Now, with your finger on the pad, turn the wheel. And there's one pad right there. I'm going to put it on the ground. Now let's remove the pin all the way. Now with our finger on the pad, let's move the wheel. You see the way it's in there. I really want you to take notice the way that came out. This is how this pad has to sit. What I'm going to do is just clean these pads and then put them back in. I would do the outside first so you could use your pins. I'm going to use this as a pin just to get started. And then I'll use this one in the back just to get started. You'll see. Okay, this went like that. Now you gotta remember that. Is look in the hole and get it with the smaller pin. Which we got it. Now this front's lined up, so you know the back's gonna follow. You gotta look in that hole, make sure. Now we know we got them too. Now it's a lot easier to use this pin to get everything started. Now let's back it out. Now with that, I'm gonna get the back. As you've seen, the trick is to get it like that. So now we'll put that like that. Rotate it, you see your hole is up top. You're gonna need a flashlight. And you'll see those two metal pads are lined up. It wasn't that bad. As long as you got your pistons collapsed and you don't try it with the pins, you can feel it with this. Now get your hand in the back, slide the back one up, and you can feel it. You can feel it. It slid right in. You can feel you got both of them. You can look. This is what we're gonna do now is put in this pin first. Keep your finger on that back, keep your finger on the front pads. You know it's there. That's one. I'm gonna use the socket with the screw handle so I can shake it. Beautiful. Now here's for the back one. You're gonna keep your hand on it, but like I said, we got this pin, the job's done. Pull it out. Let's put with a screwdriver, let's go from underneath and push the pad up. There we go, that's one. Now we're gonna have to do the same with the back. It's spring loaded, so let's get the screwdriver in the back. Push the pad up. You'll feel it. And there's two. The trick here is to start with a small pin. you use them instead of their pins, and at least you know you have it in. And that's what I did. Now, let's tighten them up. And don't get crazy. All right, you see that one going? Now let's spin the tire to make sure. It's beautiful. You would know if you didn't have it. Now go to your book for your torque specs. Right now I'm going to tighten them down. And I hope this helps that viewer, because I know this is a pain. Because of it being a one-piece caliper, a lot of people end up taking this wheel axle out, moving that, putting the pads in, really killing themselves. But I think the trick is the pin, and please remove the master cylinder so you don't have pressure and it seems very hard to collapse the pistons in the caliper. Now we snug it up. Snug it up. Now let's test the brakes. Pump them up a few times. Hope you can see that. All is fine. All right, I got .5. I bought it at AutoZone. Let's pull the cover off. And the level looks beautiful. Put it back on. Make sure this diaphragm, nothing's ripped. Remember, a rubber seal. And this is vented. I like to remove the cap so there's no possible pressure on that caliper pistons. Now here, just hand tighten. I get so many of these in here that they're just stripped in. They tighten it so much that this rubber gets deformed. You don't want to do that. This is perfect. Now we hit our pedal. Nice. So if you can, please subscribe, thumbs up, and leave a comment. In the description, I will have the link for the larynjack, the pads, and anything that I needed to complete this task. Ride safe, have a great day, and thank you for your time.